Yes, the Master Diviner ordered us to remain stationed here and went to scout ahead. They're saying the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have returned. They haven't been seen for an age.
As if we don't have enough to worry about on this planet. Now you're telling me there's cultists.
It's good that you're here. The Master Diviner said the Knights weren't to move out until you arrived. Please wait in the camp. We'll decide on our next steps once the Master Diviner returns.
That the Cloud Knights received orders not to advance is a bad sign. The Disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I've heard the name before. If memory serves, they're an underground sect of the Abundance that's said to have lain dormant within the Xianzhou, plotting to overthrow the Alliance. The Stellaron has certainly caused Abundance-like abnormalities. Is that what motivated the Disciples to come out of the shadows? No. The Knight's main force remains intact. Something must have happened. Something we're not aware of. The Master Diviner isn't here. Let's head into camp and see what we can learn from the troops here.
Good idea. Why don't you take a look around, benefactors? My feet need a rest.
She has been running around with us all day. What the fuck is that thing? Why do you have one? It looks like it's having a seizure. You ever heard the myth about trees in some worlds being ancient spirits that can talk and think? They will awaken when there is a crisis and unleash nature's might. Could this be a tree like that? Interesting. There is ghastly paleness in the face of the resident Cloud Knight. As you approach him, he nods his head and salutes.
Forgive me for being brief. Warfare is a dangerous business. There's no time for idle chat. We took over this place a few hours ago under the Master Diviner's command. It was only afterwards that we learned our enemies were none other than the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, those who worship the Plague's author. Everything was going as planned. The sorcerers of the disciples and the fantastic creatures they commanded were no match for us. Then, after a while, our comrades suddenly started to slaughter one another. Curse it. What Sanctus Medicus sorcery did they use on us? The greatest fear of the Xianzhou people is succumbing to our Mara-struck form around others. To do so means that we have given up on being human. Lost the abomination sleeping in our immortal blood, and violated the Rainbow's admonishments. What the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did were despicable acts that every Alliance resident detests. I swear to the Arbiter that I will avenge my comrades.
Poor guy. Cloud Knight is standing next to the captive. He steps aside after you explain your identity and show him the General's order.
You want to ask questions? Fine. But I must be present the whole way through. This part needs to be recorded as testimony.
Finally, someone to talk to. These Cloud Knights are so serious, so boring. That shining seed? I've seen it. So beautiful. If you gaze into it, there's a voice inside that speaks to you.
Do you still remember Cocolia?
The Master said we could inject new life into the ambrosial arbor with it. I didn't believe it at first. We tried many methods, spending multiple lifetimes of short-life species. Yet the arbor showed no signs of resurrection. But look upon it now. Only the power of an eon can recreate the miracle.
I think we found our cultist.
Yes, the mighty Sanctus Medicus, the Abundance. So, you witnessed it too? The ambrosial arbor's resurrection. Magnificent. In the Bethal era,
Until it
so
happens
far
to
in
you.
the past that even long-life species cannot recall. Sanctus Medicus the Abundance gifted the ambrosial arbor to the Xianzhou Luofu. With that sacred tree, humanity realized many miracles. The fallow earth, the western soapberry, the altered flesh.
You are nutso.
But that devilish archer ruined everything. They twisted right and wrong and erased Sanctus Medicus's achievements. But soon we will return to the glory of the Befall era. You've seen the fantastic creatures that fought with us. They are only minor gifts of the ambrosial arbor.
Shut it, rambling rodent. The Cloud Knights will root all of you out soon.
What did we do? We cured our kin. It must hurt to be trapped in such weak flesh and blood.
You turned them into
If
monsters.
the order allowed, I would cut you down now.
Oh, you don't understand. A short-life species couldn't understand. Mara struck? Pah! It's a second life gifted by Sanctus Medicus. To eliminate the self, to achieve transcendence. A life of true freedom. I see a desire for power in your eyes. This life is too short for you, isn't it? I can help you.
Don't listen. His words are poison.
We're just having fun, sir. Without the blessing of the abundance, you short-life species would never be able to endure the transformation.
You're freaking nuts.
When the Master Diviner gets back, we might be in for tough times. It's making me a little nervous. Are you ready?
Ooh. Venom brews mortality looms. Sinner's missile. Oh. Okay. Okay, I have to do these other missions before I can do
When the
that.
Master
Got it.
Diviner